Then asked, how did I drop all this weight from 300 pounds? I stopped self-loathing. Then asked, how did I drop all this weight from 300 pounds? I stopped self-loathing and I said, I'm going to lose this weight, because I used to cry about it. I used to call my sister all the time and say, I'm never dropping this weight and this is a problem and all of this stuff. I just started the gym and I went walks around the park when the weather was right, because in Canada it is cold as hell. I hired a trainer. That got me from 300 pounds to 280. But during that time period, I watched What the Health and I changed my diet. I had stopped eating meat, stopped eating dairy. I was 270. I got down to 250, and that was because I was eating different. I dropped a lot of weight from that part. I realized I was only on the bike. And I spent all this money on the gym for a bike. I bought a bike, a stationary indoor bike, and I rode my bike every single day for 6 days a week, 1 day of rest. Every single day for 1 hour, I rode my bike. And it didn't matter how I rode it, fast or slow, for every day, no matter the time. Once I get on it, I am on it. I started intermittent fasting. I didn't even realize I was intermittent fasting, but I was eating literally at 9 a.m. and I stopped at 5 p.m. Kitchen closed for me. And I drank only water, half my body weight. And that's what I did. And so I got down to 200 pounds. I seemed stuck at 200 pounds. And so I went back to the gym and I was like, hey, let's train. She was like, who are you? She legit could not recognize me at all, because the last time she saw me, I was like 280 pounds. So I'm an 80-pound different person. I realized that I wanted to be a trainer at that point. I was like, I always wanted to be one, but now is the time. I can do this. I went to school, got my certification, met a lot of cool people, and opened up my business right away. And as I was in school and as I was training myself, I dropped some more weight and I got unstuck. So I finally got below 200 pounds. And my diet was still the same, no meat, no dairy. But when I moved back to the Bahamas, it got complicated because a lot of the foods are expensive, but I still bought them because I know I needed them. I added fish and I added conch and eggs. I still do not eat chicken. I still do not eat beef, no land meat at all. That is where I'm at right now. And I'm just constantly building muscle. And then, I did surgery in my abdomen because of the twins I had. And my oldest being 10 pounds. My twins were like 15 pounds collectively. And my daughter was like 7-8 pounds. I did a lot of loose skin, so I had to fix that. The time I went on the scale after I could be able to walk again, I was 12 pounds lighter. It was a lot of skin, but that's where I'm at now, and that is my journey. All in a nutshell, I really hope that this inspires you. And if you're trying to lose weight, just focus on your diet. If you notice, the diet part really helped. Moving helps. Imagine if you put them together and you just put some daily deposits in every single day. You're going to get to where you want to be.
So here's how I lost 50 pounds and kept it off. I went from looking like this to like this in less than a year, and I've kept the weight off. I'm not claiming to be an expert. I don't have any professional experience, but this is what worked for me. Here are my top 4 tips for weight loss. First is calorie deficit. 80% of your weight loss journey is going to be nutrition and 20% is going to be exercise. So I was eating in a calorie deficit. I was eating 1,400 calories a day and I wasn't restricting my diet. So if I had Popeye's chicken sandwiches for lunch, which I love, then I was having a salad for dinner. Second was doing 4x4x4. So 4x4x4 is just something that I made up. I was working out 4 times a week. I was doing 4 exercises and I was doing 4 sets of each exercise. This is something that just really helped me. It was like a cute little way to remember what to do in the gym and how often to go. Third, and this one saved me, is psyllium husk, which is basically a powder. You put it in your water and it turns into this like jello, and it honestly curbs your appetite so much. It keeps you feeling full and it's full of fiber, so it's really good for you. 4 is I was increasing my water intake, so I was drinking around a gallon of water a day, which was curbing some of my appetite and making me feel a little bit more full, so I was able to stay in my calorie deficit. With weight loss, it's a journey, and sometimes there's up and downs. Eat what you want and what you need.
I really lost 100 plus pounds naturally, and I've been able to keep that weight off over the course of the last 8 years. And here are 3 tips I would give my nearly 300-pound self that wanted to lose weight so bad. Tap all the way in, sis. And if you didn't know, I'm your sister coach, the Fit Advantage. I lost 100 plus pounds naturally. I've been able to maintain that weight loss. I own a women's only gym here in Houston, Texas, and I teach other women to do the exact same. Number one, you have to give up those processed foods. Like, that's gonna be a big jump start in your journey. You have to start cooking the foods you're consuming. I know it's so easy to go to Chipotle and be like, okay, yeah, they got the macros online, but it's never accurate. Unless you're cooking your food, it's not 100% accurate, and you are still considered to be guesstimating. Because Chipotle can say they have 1 cup of something, but those spoons be half empty and half full. So it's never exactly what they say. The only true way to know is if you cook and you consume those foods that you cook. Number 2 is simply movement. I went from laying in the bed all day, sitting in the desk all day, to literally moving my body all day. Not necessarily all day. Of course, if you work from home, you may not be able to move your body all day, but every single hour you're getting out of that desk and making intentional moves towards your deficit, that will help you 1,000%. Trust me, the bigger you are, the easier it is to lose weight, honestly, because you are literally putting yourself into a deficit by eating a little better, moving your body a little bit more. That is a deficit. So at 300 pounds, I started seeing the weight come off almost easily once I started getting consistent. So consistency and movement. And number 3, picking up some weights. People always ask me all the time, like, how did you really lose all that weight and you don't have any loose skin? Now, truth is, I do have stretch marks, I do have loose skin, but it's not as much as it would have been had I not picked up weights. Picking up those weights will help you continue to burn calories throughout your day, as well as tone those muscles up and get not have as much excess skin. So picking up weights, moving your body, and cooking everything you consume, top 3 hacks to dropping that body fat and building that lean muscle mass.
You're actually serious about wanting to lose weight, this is the exact thing you're going to do that will work. And it's free and it costs $0. You're going to start walking. And I know you probably are sick of hearing people telling you to do it, but they're telling you because it's true and it works, okay? It is completely free. Summer's right around the corner. It's getting warmer. There's no reason why you cannot go outside and walk, okay? And sometimes we need a little bit of tough love. And the truth is, walking is the very thing that leaned me out more than anything else in the world. Walk 10K steps. And not only when you walk those steps every day are you going to feel better, you will notice such a boost in your energy, because when you're moving, you're more energetic. I know it seems counterintuitive. You think you'd be more tired. Your energy levels are going to go up. Drink water, okay? Your body is going to thank you because your creativity is going to boost. Walking is like insane for your mental health. If you struggle with anxiety and depression, or if you have any issues that are affecting you mentally, go on a walk outside, touch some grass, look in the sun. I'm serious. Like, it will make a difference. Vitamin D is such a big thing. Get in the sun, move your legs, and I promise you, you will start leaning out quicker than anything else. Go up and down your street. Doesn't take much, and it's completely free, okay? There's no excuses anymore.
These are 10 things that helped me lose 140 pounds and keep it off to this day. When I first started my fitness journey, I was nearly 300 pounds. I had no energy, no confidence, and actually no idea where to start, but I was done feeling like a prisoner in my own body. So I started small. I did not chase perfection. I just focused on getting better 1% every day. So here are 10 things that truly helped me kickstart my transformation and still keep me grounded years later. First one is set clear goals. You can't hit a target you cannot see. I wrote down exactly what I wanted, how much weight I wanted to lose, how I wanted to feel, and what kind of life I wanted to live. And I gave it a deadline. Number 2, find a workout buddy. Accountability changes the game, whether it's a friend, a coach, or even just checking in on a social media group. I had someone to remind me that I wasn't alone. Number 3, track your progress. I took photos, I wrote down my meals, I logged my workouts, and when the scale stalled, I looked at my progress pictures to remind myself how far I'd come. Number 4 is celebrate your small wins. It is not just about the number on the scale. I celebrated my first push-up, my first pull-up, first time I said no to fast food, the first time my clothes fit better. Keep doing that because that builds your momentum. Number 5, get enough sleep. I cannot stress this enough. Sleep isn't optional. When I started getting 7, 8, 9 hours consistently, everything changed. My cravings, my recovery, my mood, even my fat loss. Number 6, mix it up. I didn't do the same boring routine every day. I tried different workouts until I actually found what I enjoyed, which was strength training, cardio, hiking, and dancing. Movement should feel empowering. Number 7, listen to your body. Rest is part of the plan. I used to feel guilty for taking a rest day, but now burnout gets you nowhere. Healing is progress too. Number 8, eat balanced meals. I did not starve myself. I fueled myself. I focused on real food, protein, carbs, fats, fiber, and sugar from fruit. Once I stopped fearing food and started learning about it, everything shifted. Number 9, stay consistent. Motivation fades easily. Discipline stays. I showed up even when I didn't feel like it, and that's what made all the difference. You can't quit on yourself. And number 10, seek professional advice. I hired a coach. I asked questions. I stopped trying to figure it all out alone. The right support saves you time, pain, and...
So I gained 100 pounds while pregnant, and I've since lost 110 pounds, and I'm trying to lose 20 more. The question I get asked the most is like, how did you lose it? How did you lose all the weight? The biggest thing I did was I finally had a sit down talk with myself, and I said, and I literally had a talk with myself. I'm like, the food you are eating, the lifestyle you are living is making you so unhappy. It is making people around you miserable, okay? And you are not fun to be around. Your aura sucks. Your vibes suck. Like, everything sucks because all you can think about is how much you hate your body. And at that point, I was like, I don't care how long it's going to take me. I'm going to lose this weight. I'm going to come into my best version of myself, and we're going to be a lot happier. You need to fix your relationship with food. So many people have this relationship with food where they have to have all of it. They have to eat all of it. They binge. I used to binge. I was an emotional eater. I was a stress eater. And honestly, like, I think gaining all that weight, yes, part of it was health related, I will say, but I was like, this is so stupid for food. Like, this is so stupid for like 2 minutes of eating, of it tasting good, and then the rest it wasn't tasting good. Also, I came to the realization that I want to be skinny. I want to be lean. I want to be bikini body ready every day. I want to be able to put a bathing suit on every single day and look in the mirror and be like, I look good. So the first step in weight loss is having an honest conversation with yourself, like taking almost like an audit of yourself and your lifestyle and looking at everything around you and how you're feeling and diving deep and going, I don't like my life. I'm the only one who can change it. Nobody else can do it for me. Nobody else can help me. I have to help myself. If you can have that sit down talk with yourself and decide to start and stop making excuses and take accountability, like, yeah, I gained the weight. Who cares? Now we're going to lose it. What's happened in the past, stop beating yourself up that happened in the past that you gained the weight. We start now, okay? What is future? Like I was to say, what does future Ashley want? What does future Ashley want to do? What does future Ashley want to look like? And I would envision that. And so my daily goals slowly started to align with what future Ashley wanted.
I lost 30 pounds in 2 months, and I'm going to tell you how I did it. First thing I did, I ate in a calorie deficit. So I downloaded the app Lose It. I put in my height, weight, and my goals, and I allowed it to give me a daily budget for my calories. Started off around a little over 1,600 calories, and now I am currently down 30 pounds, and I'm down to 1,480 something calories, I think. I tracked everything in the app. Anything that I ate, I tracked in the app. If I ate a tater tot off my child's plate, I tracked it in the app. I ate pretty much anything that I wanted, just in proportion, as long as it fit in my calorie budget. Second thing I did was minimum 10,000 steps every single day. This looked like my steps that I normally walk in a day, as well as a 2 to 3 mile walk or an hour on my walking pad. So I usually ended the day somewhere around 12 to 13,000 steps. I bought this $30 watch off Amazon, and I bought it specifically to track my steps. Next thing I did that might be a little controversial is I step on the scale every single day. I like to track and be aware of the way that food affects my body. So I noticed for myself that on days that I ate higher in carbs, I would not see a drop in weight. I think I'll make another video with some tricks and tips for busy mom, because there are things that I noticed that affected me losing weight as a mother that I didn't used to have to think about whenever I would try and lose weight before I had children. But yeah, if you have any more questions, let me know in the comments and we'll talk about it.
You want to lose weight, but you say you don't have time. I lost 85 pounds postpartum as a busy mom, and this is how. Stop thinking you need to work out 6 to 7 times a week. Even just getting 3 workouts in a week is a fantastic goal to set for yourself and work your way up to. You don't have to spend a bunch of time meal prepping and planning. Pick 2 to 3 easy meals to rotate through for breakfast and lunch every week, and plan out your dinners for the week. It takes maybe an extra 5 minutes, and you will have your week set up. If you choose to track your calories, track them in the morning. Just take 5 minutes to pre-track your whole day. That way it's done, it's set up, you know exactly what you want to eat for the day. It doesn't take that much extra time, and it helps you stay on track. Add a 15-minute walk into your daily schedule and watch your step count skyrocket. You don't have to spend hours a day meal prepping or in the gym. Just do what you can and focus on being consistent, and you will see the weight come off.
I lost over 150 pounds naturally. I went from looking like this to looking like this, and here's how. I have my blanket and my iPad with my notes, so if you see me looking down, it's me reading what I wrote. Number 1 is nutrition. I'm somebody who didn't want to track their calories, their protein intake, their macros, all that crap. I didn't want to do it. My job offered us Weight Watchers for free for a year. It was my last hope. If it didn't work, I was going to get weight loss surgery. Thank God it worked. It's simple, it's convenient. Their point system worked the best for me. It was easy to scan what I ate. No, this is not sponsored by Weight Watchers, but if they want to sponsor me, hello. But overall, getting that first jump, that first start in my weight loss journey, Weight Watchers was number 1, big help. Number 2, weightlifting and strength training. Going to the gym and exercising was not new to me. It wasn't a foreign concept. Again, nutrition and watching what I eat and meal prepping was the biggest factor in what helped me lose weight. However, when I started my journey, I would walk 45 minutes to an hour every day while using Weight Watchers. Yes, I lost weight, but also my muscle mass went down, as well as my loose skin was very much loose skinning. That's when I made the decision to get a personal trainer. Shout out to Justin. If you're in the DMV area, hit him up. He trained me for a year and taught me so much. Having a trainer to adjust my form and to just give me pointers was 10 out of 10 recommend. I would look at content creators who didn't have the same body proportions as me. For example, if someone's 4'9" and they're doing RDLs, their RDL is gonna look a little bit different from my RDL because I'm taller and have longer legs. Number 3, cardio. After every single workout, I made sure I did some type of cardio, whether it was Stairmaster, elliptical, treadmill, didn't matter. It was cardio, I was doing it. I would do cardio for about 20 to 30 minutes after every single workout consistently for several months. Doesn't matter, long as I was doing cardio after every workout, I was set. And that's how I lost over 150 pounds naturally. Quick refresher, what did you do? Nutrition, weightlifting, strength training, and cardio. If you want me to break down how I use Weight Watchers or my core and cardio routine.
I've lost 12 pounds in the last 12 weeks. I'm gonna break down every single little detail about my exercise routine that got me these results, because we don't gatekeep around here and I want you to get these same results, girl. So straight off the bat, the very first thing that I prioritize always is strength training. At the start of this journey, I was strength training around 6 times per week, but lately I've knocked that down to 5 because I've been getting a little more busy. The number 1 tip is to not be scared to lessen your workouts if you absolutely have to because of your lifestyle. As long as your nutrition is aligned with that, you're gonna be completely fine. I posted a video before this about the in-depth nutrition breakdown of everything I've been eating to get these results too. I'll link that in the caption so you can go watch it next. Splitting my week up into days, I have 2 lower body strength training days, 1 quad focus, 1 glute focus, and 2 upper body strength training days, which is a push focus and a pull focus. The majority of the time, my 5th day is cardio and core, but sometimes I just prefer a full body day. It depends on how I'm feeling that day. But I always hit lower body and upper body twice per week each. In each of my strength training workouts, I have about 4 or 5 exercises that I focus on. Most of the time, it's only 4. Don't have to go to the gym and do 7 million exercises in order to see results. It's just not necessary, especially if you're pushing yourself to your limits with those 4 exercises. You're literally gonna be wiped by the time you walk out of there. I always start all of my strength training workouts off with cardio. So lately, at the beginning of my journey, I was doing the Stairmaster, but I've switched it up and I've started doing running now. Cardio isn't completely necessary, but it's a great tool to help push you deeper into a calorie deficit and make sure you're maintaining a deficit, which is obviously what you have to do for weight loss. My upper body days, normally I do more because my upper body days are less taxing than my lower body days. For me, this looks like 20 to 30 minutes on the the treadmill, probably running or the Stairmaster before my upper body days. And then on my lower body days, I normally do around 10 to 15 minutes. My lower body days just take me a lot longer because I need more rest, and obviously I'm moving heavier weight, so they're a struggle. You can totally do your cardio after, and that's honestly more optimal for muscle gain if you're focusing on that. But for me, if I don't do my cardio before, like, I'm not doing it. I'm just somebody who has to get it out of the way and then go into my strength training, and it works perfectly fine for me. So just figure out what works best for you and use that method. But when you're focused on weight loss and not muscle gain, it's not really a big deal if you do it before or after. It doesn't really matter as much. Regardless of how much cardio I do in the morning, I always shoot for 10,000 steps a day. So on my upper body days, when I'm running more and getting more steps in before, I normally don't have to walk as much throughout the day because I already did a majority of the steps in the morning. And so on my lower body days, I'm walking a lot more on my walking pad at home, like during the day, because I might only get like 2,000 steps at the gym on a lower body day, whereas on my upper body day I might get like 4,000. And so I just meet 10,000 by the end of the day regardless. You absolutely don't have to meet 10,000 steps a day, but it is really helpful for me because it ensures that I'm burning enough calories to put myself in a deficit. And walking is literally the cheat code to life. If you have a walking pad at home, you can literally speed up your weight loss results so much quicker if you're on it all the time, or if you're just walking outside. But movement throughout the day outside of your strength training is essential. You totally do not have to meet 10K steps to lose weight, but that's just what I prefer and that's what challenges me. So that's what I set my goal for myself, but yours can be different. Sometimes on days where I'm not meeting that 10K steps, if something gets in the way, then I might drop my calories just a little bit, but it's not normally a routine that I have. On that 5th day, whenever I do cardio and core, I normally will run about 5 miles, and so then my steps are like checked off for the day almost, because I'll get like 6,000 and I don't have to walk as much throughout the day. Also, if you're doing cardio at the gym, those steps still count towards your step count. I don't know who made that thing up of like, okay, if you're running at the gym, that doesn't count towards your daily step count. It does. So if I get it done at the gym, that's kind of just a plus of like I can chill throughout the day and I don't have to force myself to walk as much all the time. A breakdown of what like a leg workout would look like for me is I would start out on the treadmill, maybe run a warm-up mile, which would take me around 10 minutes for a jog. Then I would move straight into my compound exercises, which are the ones where you move the most weight and the heaviest exercises like squat, deadlift, hip thrust. On a glute focus day, for example, I would always start out with a hip thrust first, and then I would move into my second compound, which is always an RDL. And then after my compound movements, I'll always shift into my accessory movements next. So on a glute focus day for me, this would be like some sort of hamstring curl, and then also like a unilateral movement. A unilateral movement is just whenever you're using like one limb, so like one leg and then go into the other. So for example, this is like a Bulgarian split squat, and that's pretty much what a normal day of glute exercises would look like for me. Another accessory move sometimes that I do is back extensions, like glute focus back extensions as well. And then my upper body days follow that exact same pattern. So if I'm doing a push day, I'll start out with my compound movements like a shoulder press, move into my second compound movement like a dumbbell chest press, and then add on my accessories after that for my triceps, which would be like cable tricep push downs, for example, or like overhead tricep extensions. Then maybe finishing off with like another shoulder movement, like an accessory movement, like a lateral raise. The structure for my workouts pretty much never changes. It's just consistency. So repeating the same movements, progressive overloading, upping your weight, pushing yourself. And that mixed with the calorie deficit is like literally what I've been doing for the past 12 weeks to see the results that I have. And I'm gonna be completely honest, there hasn't been a week where I haven't gotten to the gym 5 days. Just remember that consistency is key. And if your activity level is dropping, you need to adjust your nutrition with that so that you are still in a calorie deficit regardless of if you're lower activity or not. Always remember too that I have one-on-one coaching options in my bio for complete exercise and nutrition.
I will always be completely honest about my body transformation journey. It was not one piece of equipment that got me to where I am now. It also took a whole lot of tears, many times where I was like, oh my gosh, I'm seeing no progress over the last couple of weeks. What's happening? And then the next week, I noticed a difference. Hey, it is worth it. It's working. All of my efforts are actually doing something. What was most important, other than making sure I was eating mostly clean, make sure that I do drink a gallon of water a day, but I made sure that I was constantly moving. My baby was little. I was constantly baby wearing. I would take him out in the stroller every single day, even if it was just for 10 minutes. 10 minutes of working out is way more beneficial than one 40-minute workout at the gym once a week, every other week. It's all about consistency. So once I found workout equipment that was postpartum friendly, it was way easier to squeeze in a 10-minute workout during my kids' nap. This one is postpartum friendly, super easy on your knees. It's a low impact workout that works on your core, your glutes, your legs, your calves, and when you include the armbands, it works on your arms as well. I would tell myself that I wasn't allowed to watch TV unless I was on a walking pad.
Some things I wish I knew before losing weight, part 2. If you don't already know, I lost 42 kilos, and this is what I looked like before at 107 kilos. And this is what I look like now at 65, 66 kilos. First and foremost, I wish I knew that you actually have to have diet breaks to see successful long-term results. It took me 14 months in total to lose 42 kilos, but it would have taken me probably a lot less time if I knew that I needed to take diet breaks. Every 6 to 8 weeks, you should be taking a break from your deficit. And there are a lot of reasons for this. You can't be in a deficit forever, and you can't be in a deficit long term because your body adapts to your deficit. So every 6 to 8 weeks, you really should be taking a diet break and eating at maintenance or a very, very slight surplus to reset your metabolism, to restore your glycogen stores within your muscles. And there's so many reasons for this. It's going to prevent diet fatigue. It's going to make sure that you're consistently making progress in the gym while you are losing weight. And it's honestly going to keep you happier because when you are in a deficit long term, it gets really, really difficult. I saw so much more progress when I took diet breaks every 6 weeks than I did being in a deficit for 4 to 6 months. And if I had started that earlier, I probably would have lost a lot more weight. Number 2 is I wish I knew about the 80-20 rule a lot earlier. I followed the 80-20 rule for probably the last 10 months of my weight loss journey. If you don't know what the 80-20 rule is, giving yourself a 80% strict adherence to your diet and a 20% leeway. The reason for this is it also helps diet fatigue. Again, it is really hard being in a deficit and being on a diet long term, so following the 80-20 rule gives you a little bit of balance while still maintaining a deficit. And what that means is once or twice a week, actually probably 2 to 3 times a week, I would be going out for a nice meal. I would have dinner out with my boyfriend, or I would have a dinner out with friends, or I would have a couple of drinks on the weekend. It also helped me maintain my social life with my deficit. And this was great because I never felt like I was missing out on anything while I was still losing weight. So I could still go out for drinks with friends on a weekend. I could still go out for a nice dinner here and there because I was being really good and strict with my diet 80% of the time. And that 20% of the time, it does not ruin all your progress and it does not set you back that far at all. If anything, it doesn't set you back at all. It also helps you maintain a healthier relationship with food. So I really, really strongly encourage you to follow the 80-20 rule. Number 3 is waking up and doing cringy mindset things actually is incredibly helpful. I used to see so many girls on here preaching like these healthy, cringy mindset things that I personally found really cringe, and then I started implementing them and it actually helped me a lot. Like fuck the feeling, follow the plan helped me so much on getting to gym days that I didn't want to go, or waking up and being grateful that I have legs and can move my body. I am grateful to be able to move my body. I am lucky to be able to move my body. Actually really switch my mindset about going to gym and doing the healthy things that I need to do. I'm so lucky that I am someone that can go into a deficit and lose weight. I'm so lucky that I'm someone that can take control of my health in that way. And that mindset change was honestly one of the biggest contributors to my weight loss, really changing that mindset and understanding that it is a privilege and a gift to be able to do this. So when you see those cringy mindset videos about, saying these words of affirmation to yourself in the morning or before your gym and you're like, I'm not going to do that, it's not going to help, try it because it actually fucking does. Number 4 is I wish that I wasn't so scared of starting my journey for so long. For so long, I was so scared of losing hair, of loose skin, of all these things that I'd seen other people lose weight say that they experienced. And lo and behold, I didn't actually experience any of these things really at all. I got a little bit of loose skin. It is negligible. It is honestly nothing. It is nothing compared to how insecure my overweight body made me feel. And I have learned to love and embrace my loose skin in every way, shape, or form. And if I showed you my loose skin, you would probably be like, that isn't even loose skin. Because you know what? I didn't really experience it, and I'm really lucky for that. Not everyone is going to experience these detrimental things that people say you're going to experience when you lose weight. So just don't let fear drive you. Don't be scared of these videos that say you might experience this and you might experience that. You might, but you also might not. And take it from me, I didn't experience any negative side effects when I was losing weight. It was fantastic. I don't know if I'm lucky or if people are just trying to scare you, but genuinely didn't have any negative things happen to me while I was losing weight. Number 5, I think we're at number 5, is I wish that I wasn't so scared of certain foods. When you're on the internet, you're exposed to so many people telling you so many different things. Don't eat carbs before protein because it spikes your glycogen. Don't eat fats because it makes you fatter. Don't eat protein because if you eat too much protein, it'll affect your kidneys. You do not need to be scared of any food whatsoever. Everything is good in moderation and balance. Even a piece of cake is good in moderation and balance. Your favorite sweet treat, a meal out, is good in moderation and balance. You don't need to cut out any foods from your diet, and you don't need to be scared of any foods on your diet. You can basically eat whatever you want. You just can't eat as much as you want. So just don't focus on these people telling you about all these little things that you don't really need to worry about, because the average person, unless you're an athlete or someone that is training for a certain event, you really don't need to worry about those things as long as you are eating enough protein, eating enough fats, eating enough carbs, making sure you're meeting all your macro and macronutrients, you are fine. And it's really not that hard to do. You just need to be making sure you're getting your vitamins, getting your protein, getting your carbs, getting your fats. Don't cut out carbs, don't go on keto, because that really, really does detrimentally affect your health, and I have done that in the past on unsuccessful weight loss journeys. Just don't be scared of any foods. I wish that I had known that earlier. And number 6, I wish that I had understood earlier that the gym is a sanctuary. It is a sanctuary for everyone there. It is going to be your sanctuary if you stick to it consistently, and it is a sanctuary for the people that have already been going for a really long time. No one is judging you, no one is looking at you, no one is thinking that this girl shouldn't be here because she's overweight. And I know you hear that a lot, and I always thought, when people told me that, nah, you're wrong. Like, people are absolutely looking at me, people are judging me, I feel shit at the gym. And I really worked hard on just letting that go, on letting that anxiety go. And again, it's those cringy mindset things that I was seeing online. It really helped me overcome that fear. And now the gym is my safe space and my happy place. And I love seeing women at the gym who are new, and I love going up to them and introducing myself and talking them through it and whatever, like, because it's a sanctuary. It is a place for everyone. And it is a small amount of time in every day that you get to work on yourself and just completely focus on yourself and your goals. And if you treat it like that, it is a lot easier to let go of that anxiety because it is a place for you. It is a place for everyone, for you to achieve what you want to achieve. So don't be scared of going to the gym. Don't be scared of what other people are thinking. It is a place for everyone at all times. And it really is just my 1 to 2 hours a day where I just get to be by myself and have no thoughts and just focus on lifting heavy and achieving my goals. And I love it. I genuinely love it now. I can't imagine my life without gym now. So don't focus on what everyone else is doing. Just focus on yourself. Don't focus if someone's looking at you because you've probably just made eye contact with them at the same time they've made eye contact with you. They are not watching you. They are not judging you. But that is all for part 2 of things I wish I knew before losing weight.
That's a video, besties. I'm just here just to add on like what I think about today's video. In today's video, we'll be talking about women sharing their weight loss journeys. So these stories are raw, honest, and filled with lessons that go beyond just shedding pounds. Every woman's journey is unique, and hearing the experiences remind us that weight loss is not just about the scale, it's about self-love, mindset, and perseverance. Some women talk about the emotional struggle they faced before they started, the time they felt stuck, and how discouraging it was to try different diet or routines that do not work out. What stand out in this determination to keep going despite setback? They share the small victories like fitting into clothes they once loved or feeling more energetic and confident in their daily life. Bestie, you hear about the challenges with motivation, the pressure from society, and even the mental battles of comparing themselves to others. But through all this, they learn to celebrate progress instead of perfection, focusing on how they feel rather than just what their skills say. Many women mention finding joy in movement, discovering workouts that made them feel alive, and learning that consistency beats intensity every single time. They also talk about the importance of nutrition, not as punishment, but as a fuel for their bodies, and how shifting their mindset around food completely changed their relationship with eating. Beyond physical changes, there's a huge focus on emotional growth. They discuss learning patience with themselves, setting boundaries, and letting go of guilty. Bestie, one common theme is accountability, whether it's through friends, family, or social media communities. They share how documenting their journey, celebrating new small wins, and acknowledging their hard work help them stay committed. And yes, there are moments of struggle, times where they felt like giving up, but what's inspiring is that they did not quit. They remind us that weight loss is not linear, and that setback are part of the process, not the end of it. Listening to these stories is the reminder that every step counts, every effort matters. It's about transformation in every sense, mind and body, and so on. They inspire us to prioritize self-care, to push through challenges, and to celebrate ourselves at every stage of progress. So if you're feeling stuck or doubting yourself, these stories are powerful reminder that you're capable of resilient and deserving of your growth. And the most beautiful part, weight loss is not just one layer. The confidence, the strength, self-love that comes along with it are the real victories. Basically, let's take these lessons to heart and remember that your journey is yours alone and every small step forward is something to be proud of. So basically, you have to really please take care of yourself as you're on the weight loss journey because we've heard stories where at the moment you don't feel any motivation, but discipline is just going to help you to keep going. Okay, if you wake up you don't feel like working, discipline is the one which is going to help you because during weight loss motivation just stops. I remember one time where because me and my husband we walk together every day, so we started around 4:30 p.m. Yeah, working. All right, so you guys, I used to refuse going to work with him. Every time he's like, let's go out, I never used to like it. Okay, but I just realized when I went outside with him and
how the nature is. I was just looking things at different level, and I even enjoyed working started from that time, because last time I was like I feel so like it's hard, I can't manage it, but it's something which has become a lifestyle. It's part of us. Like we know we're going to work. If you come to visit my dear here, 14:30, you go with us to work. It's our lifestyle. It's part of us. Yeah. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.